Why is it that as salespeople, we get more sales calls than anyone else? Tune in to learn more about my thoughts on how salespeople are the target and we are the lunch meat, it seems like, at almost every meeting and opportunity to get at us. Hi, my name is Stephen Joseph, and I'm the president and founder of EvoStream Communications. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the frustrations and challenges that we face as salespeople who are constantly being bombarded by solicitations and invitations to participate in events that really don't serve us. This may be a little bit of a longer post because I have a lot of thoughts on this subject, so please bear with me here, and hopefully this is something that's helpful. For salespeople, right, we have very limited time. We have to be very efficient. And we also, as small business owners, may have a limited budget on where we spend our money to get out there and grow our business, right? So let's take, for example, conferences, right? We're constantly being invited to go to these big conferences. And what I find more often than not is that when we go to these conferences, as salespeople, as folks that own the relationship with the customer, we are the coveted prize. We're the ones that are targeted. So often we are being told that you can grow your business and learn and get educated by going to this conference. But most of the conference is going to be focused around social hours, networking events, and booth tours, meaning you're like being shuffled through aisles at a supermarket where all of these vendors are trying to share with you not only what their product or service can do, because let's be honest, you really don't have enough time at a venue like that to dig into the product. What they want to do is get your contact information and eventually follow up with you and hopefully figure out if you're someone that has an opportunity for them or you can introduce them to a customer. Now, folks like me spend years developing relationships with clients. And in a sense, as a broker, my job is actually to firewall my clients from the folks that are trying to get their attention, so that I can kind of filter and vet out the providers or the products and services that are really a good fit for their application, and only once they have an application, right? So we find ourselves as salespeople taking on a lot of that fire, right? We're being bombarded by these folks, and our time is also valuable, just like our clients. So we really have to look at the agendas and what the actual target audience is for each of these venues that we're going to, invest our time in. Most often, the way that we can grow our business as small business owners is simply by acquiring more customers. And I find it is extremely rare that I'm invited to an event where I'm going to be sitting across the table from a potential client, right? I would love to be invited to these events. I don't know that they even exist. But what I can say is my time is extremely valuable, as is yours. So you do want to make sure, if you look at the agenda and you say, you know what, it's a happy hour every night. And you know what, it seems like during the day, it's mainly excursions and, keynotes, but not things that are going to really immerse me in a new product or help me get trained on something sophisticated that I want to dedicate a lot of time for, like a real seminar. A lot of these events, the goal is to get you there as an agent or as a consultant or salesperson. And then once you're there, you're going to kind of get surrounded by feeders, people that are able to somehow gain from the relationship you may have with a particular customer. So again, try and be efficient with your time. In any industry, there's going to be these folks that make a living off of selling services to the people that are actually selling services. So again, I think the most important thing we can do as salespeople is try and shield ourselves as much as possible from the unintentional or the unexpected solicitations that we really don't need to be a part of. When we go to a conference and we're really intentional with our time, we really want to make sure that there's going to be a benefit there. And specifically for us, we want to put ourselves out there. I put my phone number on LinkedIn. It's my mobile phone number, so I'm sure that invites a lot of the solicitations I get and the spam calls. However, I don't want to limit myself, right? By me doing that, I'm hopeful that I will also get the type of feedback and the direct connections that I need so that I can continue to service my customers. But when you're in a position where you need to make a commitment and you're going to be going out there and spending your own hard-earned dollars on marketing, you want to make sure that it's going to service you and hopefully get you more customers. For me, what I've been doing is I've been spending that time and energy and those dollars on my existing clients what I found is, you want to reward those customers. You want to take them to events. You want to enhance those relationships, right? And they will reward you. They'll introduce you to folks. It will happen, right? But most of the times we're kind of being lured into the idea that if we go to these big showcases, that we're somehow going to stumble upon newfound customers and opportunities. And I can say in the last 10 years that I've been doing this as an agent, I don't think I've ever gotten a lead or a new opportunity from going to one of the big conferences. Even on LinkedIn, most of my leads are not coming from what I do and what I provide on LinkedIn. I do get a lot of feedback. I think I learn a lot. I think, I get a feel for the market and what customers and people want to hear. But, I'm not going to direct message people all day and spam them and expect if I do that, they're going to come back to me on LinkedIn and say, you know what, Steve, we want to do business with you. It's not really the platform for that. Just like people are really, they're not paying attention to email anymore as far as, email solicitations. Those campaigns don't really work. So again, referrals always seem to be the way that in our industry we get great clients. And the reason we can get those is because as the salespeople, we are working directly with the customer and we're doing it for years, right? Where we establish that trust and they eventually will recommend us or refer us. So, stick to your guns, be really, really efficient with your time, protect your time, and don't get suckered into some of these events or these platforms where people are constantly bombarding you. Learn when you have to say no to people, and I think you'll get a lot more value out of the experiences that you do select. As always, I love to hear your feedback on this subject. Please comment, share, direct message me, and I'll be sure to get back to you.